Hello, it's Judy McKenzie, and I am your mindset coach. Now, I'm here today to give you a bit of an update on the Living Confidently group coaching program that I have just created for women. Women who are interested, their deepest desire is to live happily and have a fulfilled life. That's the women that I want to work with. So yesterday, in my great excitement to share some information, I'd had a few people asking me for some more details, and I did a quick video and put it out there, and the content was fine, but the amount of sessions was wrong. So I'm going to, hi Tracy, hi Sue. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little backtracking and share all the right information. So here we go. For some of you who don't know me, I am Judy McKenzie, and I am a mindset coach. And I'm often asked after I say I'm a mindset coach, and people say, well, what is that? What a mindset coach is everything that we do, all of our behavior, everything we feel, how we react to situations or how we don't react to situations is all part of a mindset that has been created and nurtured over the years. Some of it's good, some of it's not so good. You know, when you think about the average person has between 50,000 to 70,000 thoughts a day. So that's one thing. But also the fact that 80% of those thoughts are negative. So we wonder why there's high blood pressure, there is heart disease, there's weight issues, there's relationship issues, that it's very hard to stay in a good headspace when you're being bombarded with 80% of, let's go low, 50,000 thoughts, and 80% of those are negative. Yikes. So anyway, that's the work I've been in all of my life. So I'm not one of these folks that, has taken a life coaching course and I'm opening a shingle. I have been a family therapist for many years. And then I moved into human resources, where I became a corporate coach, and I worked a lot with performance. And when you get into those kinds of things, it's all mindset. The whole thing is mindset. So when I was going through a rather nasty little bout of breast cancer, and I was doing an awful lot of coaching in chemo clinics and in radiation clinics, because some of the women that they were so devastated, and really cancer wasn't the issue. There was many other things that were going on for these folks. And during that time, I started thinking about where my next step would be. And I looked at a series of processes that I use with everyone, from CEOs to managers, to line managers, to directors. I've done some work with professional athletes around helping them get their mindset into a place where they can experience success and some happiness and joy, satisfaction, confidence. So that's what I'm doing now. So I've been doing one-on-one, which is a very expensive way for many people to get coaching. And there's not a day goes by where I'm not in contact with someone who doesn't say, oh, I just wish I could afford to, be able to talk with someone like you. So, you don't have to be told that too many times to realize that perhaps a group coaching program is a fantastic option. Using the same format that I do with the other individual ones, but this is a group. and this is a beta group. So this is the first time I'm doing this. I'm using a technology called Zoom, where it's conferencing technology, where everybody can see everybody else. Everybody has the ability to speak and be heard and hear people and actively participate. So it's a fantastic format, and I've used that now for some time. Anyway, so let me just bust a few myths, because you might be, you've probably thought, gee, I'd love to chat with somebody. There's lots of great things in life, but life can be hard. It can be really hard, and I get that. So some of the myths are, if I take care of myself, I'm going to be seen as selfish. Do you ever feel that? You couldn't be further from the truth, because it's sort of like a bank account. You can't keep withdrawing when there's no money in it. And your mental health is the same kind of thing. You can't keep giving when there isn't good stuff being put in to bolster you up and keep your psyche healthy. So that's one. And we talk a lot about that, because that's a driving force for a lot of folks. The second one, everybody just expects me to do it or to do everything. They wait. I recently had a conversation with a woman who is undergoing some very significant health issues, and her family was expecting her to make dinner every night. And meanwhile, the only way she's going to get healthy is by healing, resting, and not doing some of these kinds of things. So she can't get up to full speed by not dealing with some of these issues. And these are around boundaries and expectations. So the next thing is, everybody's going to be so mad at me, I can't take it. It's going to make me crazy. Well, I can help you with that, because you have set expectations over the years. And so, this is just a dance routine that you have actively gotten into. It's time to change that routine. And I can help you come up with ways to articulate that and feel comfortable that you're doing the right thing. And that, yes, sometimes some people will get mad at you. And I can help you with that. I can help you with the confidence of saying, that's okay. Maybe those people need to find somebody else to wait on them. All right, so here's another myth. I don't even believe me when I tell myself that I am good enough, or pretty enough, or thin enough, or whatever the enough is. We all have something that we think we are not enough of. Those are belief systems. Those are faulty belief systems. They are of no value. You may have folks sitting on your shoulder, perhaps. I used to have this nasty aunt who used religion and judgment to try to describe to me the way I should behave. At a very young age, I learned about boundaries, and I think I used to get a little bit of pleasure of kind of pushing some of her buttons, because she was so predictable, and it wasn't something that, I am going to help you figure out who are the people that are important to hear your story, to hear who you are, to work with you, to listen to you, to play with you, to trust you, for you to trust them. We can work through that, because not everybody is got your best interest at heart. Okay, so here's another myth. These are like complete sessions that we could do. I'm just wanting to put a few things, out there. So if you're hearing this and think, oh yeah, I feel that way, this may be the group for you. People won't like me if I stop doing things for them. Okay, maybe they won't. But maybe those aren't the right people. And we'll talk about that. Everybody's got people in their lives. I actually just did a video yesterday of a very early experience I had of setting boundaries with a friend who and friend is a generous word that I'd known a very long time. And this person just passed away, and I revisited that whole boundary setting. And it's a very solid, necessary process that everybody needs to go through, or you just get whipped around. I don't know. When I was younger, we used to go ice skating, and we used to have a game called the whip, and it was great fun until you hit the boards on the side of the rink. But if you were the person at the end, and everybody would skate in a circle, and centrifugal force would go, and you just fly, and it could be really fun until you hit the boards. That's often what a lot of women are, is they're that whip at the end of things, that they're just taking the heat and they're hitting the boards all the time. One more myth before I tell you a little bit more about the program. I don't feel good about myself. I just don't know where to start. I don't know what to do. So I'll just eat a box of cookies. Why not? Why not? We've all done that. Emotional eating when we're not having our needs met. Okay. So I am confident that there's maybe one or two of those things in there that perhaps you've flirted with, or you've hinted on, or you know somebody. So let me tell you about the actual group itself. So this is a beta group, and why I say that as a beta group is that this will be the first time I'm running this group. And so there's some real advantages to being part of this beta group. One, you get the cheapest price you'll ever get. And what's even better than that is I have a series of topics. So I have 4 different groups that I'll be running one after the other, because I do have a series of other coaching clients that I work with. And when you are part of the beta group, you will get that low group rate throughout. You can't miss a whole bunch. Like if you keep sticking with me, then I'll keep giving you that deep discount. And Bob's your uncle. So there is 3 topics that we are going to cover over a period of 3 months. Okay? We are going to have a coaching session for 75 minutes a week, once a week. So that's 4 coaching sessions a month over 3 months. That's 12 sessions. 12 sessions. We can get a lot of good stuff done. And how I'm going to structure that is the first 15-20 minutes, I'm going to do some talking about strategies that you can use, and some of these common myths, and some of the origins of where these behaviors come from. You're just going to be blown away when we start talking about beliefs, and you're carrying around all these bloody heavy weights on you, that as you start to fling off these old beliefs that belong to somebody else, or they're just not useful anymore, it's amazing how light you'll feel, and then you'll start to get some momentum. So the first subject we'll do for 2 weeks, we're going to talk about belief systems, where they come from, how they impact your life, how they impact your thinking, how they impact your relationships, and how do you start to figure out what your beliefs and values are now that are real and workable. Okay? The second 2 weeks, we are going to talk about boundaries and setting boundaries. And not letting people walk all over you, and not letting people use their guilt strategies to get you to take on things because you're too afraid to say no. And that's where we lead into the third topic for the last two sessions, like the last topic is on assertiveness. How do you become more assertive and not aggressive, but you will learn how to assertively deal with people who have been aggressive, who have been passive aggressive, who have been straight, pure out aggressive, and narcissistic and full of themselves and all those kinds of things. How do you put a very nice picket fence around them and say, thank you, there's the gate, and I'll invite you in when I want you. Okay? So 12 sessions. So we will be spending a fair bit of time on each topic. And then once we finish that 3 months, then I have a second group where we're looking at vulnerability, shame, anxiety. And so this group is going to start on September 19th. And we will have live sessions, but they will be posted on a secure server, so only the members of the group will have access to that. I want to limit the group to 12 people. In subsequent groups, I probably will have up to 20, because not everybody can always make each call. And what we'll try to do for East and West is we'll have some calls later and some calls earlier. We'll move it back and forward just so that it's fair for everybody. All right. So not only will we have discussions, but I also will provide you with handouts, with articles to read, and also, some just really good navel-gazing questions to ask yourself. That your future depends on what you do now. This is a great opportunity to join a group of like-minded women. It will only be women. I also, one of the other things that I will put in the comments, if you would like to hear more of the content that I do on a regular basis, I have a Monday night group, private Facebook group, where I get together with 100 and some women, and we talk about all things mindfulness and mindset related. And you are welcome to join that private group, and there's no cost for that. But you can then have a look to see if I pass your credibility test, okay? That's because, everybody wants to know, for some of you who don't know who I am, I suspect that my group will probably be half and half of people who've worked with me before and people who are interested in making that next leap. So we will be starting on September 19th, and I will be finishing up my sales letter, which will give you a place to contact me directly. But I also, within Facebook, you can always private message me if you would like any additional information. So hopefully that is helpful. And because I did... I had my time very compressed the other night. I was very excited. So, for those who know me, that's not unusual too. So anyway, I hope that you will join me in my Living Confidently group, and I look forward to chatting with you soon. So I will put those links for the private group in the comments, and I look forward to chatting with you. Bye-bye.